few beautiful lines. Kind hearts are the gardens. Kind thoughts are the roots. Kind words are the blossoms. And kind deeds are the fruits. Pranam friends. Today's story is about the heights of kindness. Innervoicepaathshala, by presenting this short story, wants to tell you guys. Kindness is like a boomerang. It keeps on repeating. Life is mostly froth and bubbles. Like it has so many problems. Two things should stand like a stone. Be kind in others' trouble and have courage in our own. Innervoicepaathshala, by dedicating this story, wants to tell you guys that always remember this universal law. If you have practiced hard or you really want something in your life with conviction, then the entire universe will come together to support you. For those who are really sure about their actions, that's wonderful. That's how it should be. But for those who are unsure and confused, so without wasting time, let's just listen to the story. Many years ago, in heavenly abode of Indra Maharaja, there was a discussion going on. The discussion was about the kings on the earth. While the discussion was going on, one of the devs said that the kings on the earth are very greedy and unkind. On the other hand, other devs spoke well about the kings. He said that the fragrance of a flower spreads in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of the kings like Meghrath spreads in all the directions. Meghrath was a just and a benevolent king. He always put the welfare of his subjects first than anything else. Finally, to resolve the conflict between the two, Indradev intervened and told them to go to earth. They had to test King Meghrath for that. They could not descend on earth in their original forms and thus had to change their forms to reach earth. One Dev took the form of an eagle and the other one transformed himself into a pigeon. On earth, King Meghrath was sitting in his court with his courtiers and the court was discussing a case regarding his kingdom. And suddenly, through an open window, a pigeon flew in and started circling around the courtroom. Everybody in the courtroom was surprised to see this. Just then, an eagle entered into the same window. As soon as the eagle flew in, the pigeon sat in the lap of the king. The eagle told the king, "This is my prey. Please give it back to me." The king was astonished to hear the bird talk. King agreed with the eagle that the pigeon was his prey. However, he refused to give him the bird. The king said, "As a king, it is my duty to provide protection to the one who takes my shelter. O eagle, I shall give you lots of food other than this pigeon." He ordered his servants to get the eagle lots of food. The servants offered sweets. Looking at the food offered, the eagle said, "I eat flesh and nothing else." The king thought, "This eagle will not budge easily, but I cannot let him eat an innocent pigeon. If I, as a king, will not show compassion towards mute animals, then my people will always remain stone-hearted towards other creatures and do violence. After all, safeguarding a life is the highest virtue a human being has. I will give my own flesh and life, but save the pigeon." King Meghrath then offered his own flesh to the eagle. All the courtiers went spellbound by the offering. All the people in the court loved their king and thus told him to get a piece of flesh from a butcher's shop. The king refused. He said, "If I buy flesh from the butcher, he will kill more animals to replenish his stock, and he did not wish to be part of the slaughter." King Meghrath did not waste any time further and cut a piece of his flesh and laid it for the eagle. The eagle refused to eat it. Everyone in the courthouse was curious as to why wasn't the eagle eating. Just then, the eagle said that it needs flesh that weighs as much as the pigeon. All the courtiers in the court were furious at the eagle. They asked the king to decline the eagle's demand. However, the king was the king of his words and thus decided to fulfill the eagle's demand. King Meghrath asked his soldiers to quickly arrange for a weighing scale. Without wasting any time, he requested the pigeon to sit on one side. he cut another piece of flesh and started putting it on the other side. The weighing scale did not move even a little. However, the pigeon's side stayed heavier. The king repeated the process of cutting flesh and putting it on. The pan in which the pigeon was kept, however, still remained heavier. Eventually, the compassionate king did not have any flesh left to offer. The reason behind the pigeon's pan remaining heavier was a trick played by that pigeon, who was actually a dev, testing the king. And therefore, the pigeon kept increasing his weight every time a new piece of flesh was added on the pan. Now, King Meghrath, without wasting any time further, got up and sat on the other side of the pan. As soon as King Meghrath sat on the pan, both the devs were absolutely astonished and ashamed of their act. They took their original forms and bowed down to the king for his generosity and his passion for compassion. The devs accepted their mistake and asked for forgiveness. They quickly healed the wound of the king, and the king regained his health. They declared King Meghrath to be the most honest and a merciful king. All the courtiers sang praises for the king. Both the devs then returned back to their abode. A merciful person is someone who is not only influenced by seeing the misery and suffering of others, but goes a step further and attempts to alleviate their pain. This quality in King Meghrath helped him to attain Tirthankar Nam Karma. Later on, the soul of King Meghrath became the 16th Tirthankar, Shri Shantinath Bhagwan. So friends, kindness should not be an occasional act, but it should be your nature. Constant kindness can accomplish much. As the sun makes the ice melt, kindness evaporates misunderstanding, mistrust, and hostility. So guys, happiness is the new rich, inner peace is the new success, health is the new wealth, and kindness is the new cool. So with power of kindness, Innervoicepaathshala always tells you to aspire yourself correctly and inspire the world.